whakarongo ki te tangi a te korimako. Kōrero flowing out the hook of force. Kaupapa relevant, kaupapa out of bounds, kaupapa exigent, kaupapa paramount. Nā kona whakapiri mai ki te kaupapa tino whakahira hira whakarongo pi kari kari mai. Hare hare mai, o Taringa hare hare mai. We gotta gather up close everybody. Gather up close everybody. Kani move that body. Kani move that body.
E ngā iwi, nau mai hoki mai, ngai taringa mā, koutou e whakarongo mai nā i o koutou kāinga. Anei anō mātou, e whakapāhoa tina i konei. And you know what I was saying last time? E te whānau?
Aye.
From the bustling metropolis of Te Awamutu. Must be one of the... maybe there's a couple of episodes where I've missed saying that.
I didn't even notice.
But it could have been a first for a while.
Yeah. Hoi anō anei anō mātou, ko te puaheiri, ko Erika, e mihati nei kia koutou. From te ipurau, e te wānanga o te roa. In Te Awamutu. And and this is episode what?
94.
Iwa te kau mā whā. Iwa te kau mā whā.
Iwa te kau mā whā e te iwi.
So we've been through tahi rua tori whare mō no whitu waru, iwa te kau, te kau mā tai, te kau mā rua, te kau mā tori, te kau mā whā, all the way up to iwa te kau mā whā.
Only 6
iwa?
to go
No.
till 100.
Yeah. And remember, Tui, the compilation ones, those aren't counted. So we're up 3.
Yeah.
We're up 3
aren't
more.
they?
Yeah, they're not counted.
What are we up to today?
E aha ana tātou.
Ko tā tātou kaupapa mō tēnei rā, ko te kura reo.
Ko te kura reo.
Yeah.
Ko te kura reo.
E aha te kura reo.
Well, he kura te reo.
E kura te reo.
No, good question though. What is a kura reo?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when you play that. We were looking at one another.
We were looking at each other like-
Imagine a kung fu music.
Yeah.
Or kung fu music.
Kung-
and there's
kung
some,
fu.
You traitor!
You traitor!
Killed my master. Anyway, Kura Reo was an initiative that was started by Tāti Muti Kāretu back in the early 90s. And to my knowledge, it was actually started for the kura kaupapa of the time.
Ai, kia ora.
There were only a few kura kaupapa back then. And it was like a week-long rūmaki I roto I te reo Māori, and he would call in his various experts, who were also his colleagues, friends. So te wharehuia would take whakatauki, Anita Moke would do te whakatakotoranga o te kupu or grandma. Mate Kaiwai, who was Apirana's daughter, she would have a kaupapa. So he'd call in these different pauako or mātanga, and they'd have a kaupapa. And it was like a big real shindig for the week. And you'd go and spend time with them. And that's really what kura reo is. And it's progressed on since the 90s. And it was a national kura reo. Then they go around the country. And since then, between now and then, so there's like 30 years or so that have gone on since kura reo. And Waimarama, tēnā koutou e te whānau Waimarama. Waimarama Marae is where the first kura reo was held. They celebrated this year their 30th kura reo.
Oh, cool.
And from that first kura reo sprung all of the kura reo we have in the motu. Well, that's where they got the inspiration
So that was
from.
the blueprint of the
That was
kura
the
reo as we
blueprint,
know
yeah.
today. So you have these tamariki and kura kaupapa, and then kura reo. What would the difference be?
Kura kaupapa teaches with the medium of te reo Māori, and they follow a particular, they have principles in the kura kaupapa, te aho matua. But they don't actually teach te reo Māori, they teach in te reo Māori. Whereas kura reo is specialising and focusing on particular aspects of our language. Like translation, reading comprehension, listening comprehension, aroa, so all of those things. So and a lot of people that go to kura reo, you get these tēnā koutou, and if you're listening, these kura reo nerds or kura reo groupies.
They follow the circuit.
They follow the kura reo circuit, which is really, really cool. But it's been my honour to become a kaiako at kura reo, and I was once a tauira as well.
Tika, quite the graduation,
And I've seen, I've witnessed my own growth I roto I te reo Māori, but I've seen people that have come into kura reo, and you get broken into groups from those that have paku noiho te reo, they have a little bit of te reo, they're not as confident maybe with te reo Māori, right up to those that are confident speakers in matatau. And I've seen people come in, and I've seen them grow over the years and come back to the kura reo. And the kura reo is a supplement to
Kia ora.
the learning that they're doing.
Yeah.
Or it's for people that have finished their study.
Aye.
And it's a way to sort of stay in that culture of
Yeah.
learning.
Aye.
Because we never stop learning.
Kia
So
ora.
it's is it for anybody?
Yep.
So no age kind of
No,
thing.
well,
Can be
no,
any
there isn't.
level.
You should come, and for those of you that are thinking about coming to a kura reo, and just putting a plug in, the next kura reo will be in Otaki in July sometime. Pātai tiki a Leon Blake. Kei anga whakamārama, he runs that kura reo. You should have, I think, at least conversational te reo Māori to come to kura reo, to fully participate and appreciate te
Kia ora.
kura reo,
Yep.
because there are a lot of people that are coming in, they think it's actually somewhere to learn how to speak Māori.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's somewhere to come for the medium to fluent speakers of te reo.
Yep.
It's to brush up on their reo and
Yep.
to keep the tuki
Add
sharp.
some
so to speak.
finesse.
Yeah,
Yep.
some finesse,
Ka pai.
absolutely.
Yep.
Some panache.
Panache.
And then for the others is to pick up some other skills in te reo Māori that they wouldn't have picked up maybe. Yeah.
Tika. Yeah.
So koina te kura reo.
Ka pai.
And it runs usually from a Sunday to a Thursday.
Yeah.
And with 8 teachers, pauako, and e waru anō ngā rōpū, 8 groups, and ka huri haere ngā rōpū, and you rotate through the week.
Is it reo rumaki?
One class in the morning, one class in the afternoon, and they average about 3 hours per class. And then you stay with your group through the week, and I've formed friendships with people after being in,
Yeah.
going to kura reo and meet, and that's the other thing about kura reo, you get to meet a whole lot of people as well. It's really
Yeah.
cool. Yes, he hui rumaki.
Mo
He
te
roto i te reo
katoa ai.
Māori.
Yeah, mo te roanga o te hui,
Aye.
te noho tahi. The biggest thing is to find a place of total immersion for the learner. What Prani was talking about, if you're thinking about going to a kura reo, is that, yeah, you want to have some sort of foundation and to be able to speak to a certain level. Just so, yeah, like you can participate
Yeah.
and to enjoy it, because you don't want to swim in the
You
deep
don't
pool
want to
too
be
early.
getting left behind by the
Yeah,
bus.
or being totally overwhelmed because,
Yeah.
that's what can happen. So I'm talking about the learner and taking care of how the learner learns, or, the environment.
Yep. So koina te kura reo. Nō reire te iwi, this is really, really different. We had the Taringa crew
Yeah.
come over to te kura reo o Raukawa, which was held last month i te maramo Aparira, April, in Tokoroa. And it came over with a camera and a mic, mōkena, te puaheiri and Tere Anuku, one of our other ringa waiwai here at
Right.
the Ipuro. And they came over and they took some snippets of the kura reo. From the classes and the various kayako. So there was myself, Kingi Kiriona, Tātere, McLeod,
Hemi Kelly.
Hemi Kelly, Jared Boone, Pakake Winiata, Ngāringi Katipa, and Tētahi Wahine.
Tētahi wahine.
Nā hui a kupa. Ia, ka nui taku mihi ki a koe te tau, tō kura reo tuatahi. And yeah, ko te
ka pai.
karahe o taku
Oh,
wahine,
cool.
so nā hui took a class, and she had all these really cool activities going on, but they were really, really noisy. But it was cool to hear the activities that she came up with were to sort of reinforce the teachings of the other kayako.
Ka pai.
Yeah.
So she used ngohe, different activities to, bring out what they had learnt in the other classes. So when you're finished listening to this episode, go to our Facebook page and you'll be able to watch some videos and sort of get an idea about what goes on at kura reo.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it was cool. It was a first for Taringa. So Taringa, we jumped out of the studio, jumped out of our chairs, out of our comfy surroundings, and went to a place because you couldn't experience it enough unless you were there.
Yeah.
And if you were trying, for the listener that hasn't been there, to try and hear about it, at least we were on site. And we probably won't talk about or showcase Ngā Huia's talents via the podcast, but you'll be able to see her in action in her mahi on the Facebook page.
Cool.
Ka pai.
So our first snippet is we went and talked to Tātere,
yeah.
Jeremy Tātere McLeod of Ngāti Kahununu, and he had at the time the group Tahi. Is that how they were group, Prani? And they were the ones, eti te reo, nui te aroha, nui te whakaaro. So in this day we got to see Jeremy Tātere McLeod talking with a group. He had a group that was of the lowest proficiency, and in here he talks about kiwaha, and this is where we might find our kiwaha for today.
No reire, ko te kiwaha, he idiom, he colloquialism. Kei te tipu tonu tō tātou reo, ne? Mohina, hea te tipu?
Grow.
Grow, ne? Kei te tipu tonu te reo. He pēnei I te reo Pākehā. Te reo Pākehā I a rā, he kupu hou, kei te puta mai. He tika tērā, he kiwaha hou, he kupu hou. E hara I te mea, it's not as if, e hara I te mea, ko ngā whare wānanga, kei te waihanga. Ne? Mohita tea te waihanga? Create, ne? E hara I te mea, ko ngā whare wānanga kei te waihanga I ngā kiwaha. Idioms are not created by academics. Ne? Ko wai te kai waihanga I te kiwaha. Tamariki. Tātou noi honei, ne? So idioms are created by average Joe Blogs, pēnei ia tātou. Kāre hanga ngia mai ngā whare wānanga. Nō reira, ko tēnei mea te kā mau te wehi, tērā pia I tīmata mai tētahi pāpara kauta I roto o Ruatoria. Aua. Engari, ko tētahi atu whakatūpato, ne? Me te tiro pia tātou ki te kiwaha tuatahi. Ka pai? Me ta, ka tika. Anei tētahi tauira. Ka haere koe me ohoa ki te pāpara kauta. Ne? Kua hari a hori I ona hoa. Marama tātou ki tērā? So Hori's brought his mates. Ko wai ana hoa.
His mate.
His mate.
Hori can't handle it, ne? So Hori's brought his mates, ne?
His mates have come out.
Yeah, Hori's mowing his wehi, ne? Hori's playing up. Hori's playing up.
We all
Te
know
ata
a
I
hori.
muri mai, eh? Te ata I muri mai. The morning after, you know, because it's debrief time. Over fish and chips for breakfast. Kei te kōrero te tai, kei te whakamā a hori. Kei te whakamā a hori, ne? So Hori's been hitting on everyone's misses. Hori was picking fights, yada, yada, yada. Kei te whakamā a hori. Ka ki koe, me whakamā ka tika. So hea tērā, kei te whakamā a hori. Whakapākengia mai? Kei te
He's
whakamā a hori.
embarrassed. So
Hori
he should be
shamos.
embarrassed.
Hori's shamos, ne? Ka ki koe, kei te whakamā a hori. Wa ki atu koe, me whakamā ka tika. Hea tēnei ki waha.
Like serve,
So he bloody should be.
serves you right here.
So he should be, ne? So he should be. Me whakamā ia ka tika. So he should be embarrassed. Koe nei tēnei ki waha, ne? So it should be. So you should be. So he should be. Ne? Me whakamā ka tika. So he should be embarrassed. Ko tai mai atame. Kei te riri atame. Because Tame's missus was one of those ones Hori's trying to, you know. So kei te riri atame. Ka mea te tai, kei te tino riri atame. Ka ki koe, me riri
Riri
ka
a-
tika.
Ah.
Ka tērā. He has every right to be, so he should be angry. Ana, kei te mataku a Hori, because Hori hasn't been home yet.
Me mataku ka
And
tika.
Mumsy's at home waiting. Gonna give him the bash, well, anyway. But Hori, kei te mataku a Hori. Ka ki koe, oh, me mataku ka tika. Hea tērā.
So he should be scared.
So he should be scared, ne? Koe nei tēnei kiwaha. Me mataku ka tika. Engari, ko tēnei kiwaha, kei te whakau koe, ne? Whakau, affirm. Kei te whakau koe I te kōrero kua puta mai, ne? No reire, kāre tae te ki, me whakamā koe ka tika. Ka taia, engari, he whakau I te kōrero kua puta kia, ne? You're affirming a sentiment that's already been shared. Tame is scared, so he bloody should be. They're embarrassed, so they should be
He
embarrassed.
should be embarrassed.
Koenei ne? No reira, they should be embarrassed, ne? No reira, kei te rere te kōrero I wainga nui te tokorua. Koenei te tikanga o tēnei kiwaha.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Me
Really cool.
pērā ka tika. And so it should be interesting.
Yeah, so you can use that example of a kiwaha on positive things too, eh? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
if someone was proud, could you say me poho kereru ka tika?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ai,
Yeah,
e
so you
whakahihi
should
ana
be
ia ki
proud.
ngā mahi
Yeah.
koriwha iaia. Me whakahihi ka tika.
Yeah. Me hari
yeah.
kua ka tika.
Me hari kua ka tika. Yeah.
So, yeah, you should be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's me, as he says, tataratara ka tika.
I liked how he also mentioned he bring his friends, but he wasn't referring to real friends.
Yeah, yeah.
Could that be used as another sort of kiwaha as well?
Well, he did it then and there was o noho.
Yeah, I think you have to know the context.
Yeah,
of
you know
it,
the
that,
context,
yeah. That one, the me ka tika, is one you hear right through te ao Māori.
Yeah.
That structure.
Yeah.
And you can change it around too. You can say ka tika me.
Oh, true.
Ka tika me mihi.
Ka tika me mihi, ka tika me hari
right.
kua koe.
Ah.
Yeah, I think I've
Yeah.
heard
Yeah.
you say it like that a few
Yeah.
times actually.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I never realised it as a kiwaha until I sat alongside Tātere in this little setting. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, of course it is. Yeah. Me kiwaha ka tika. But what I liked he said at the start was kei te tupu te reo Māori. Māori is evolving, te reo Māori is growing, te reo Māori
Yeah.
is evolving. And that idioms are created by everyday interactions by anyone and by our tamariki. And it's
Yeah,
true. And
it
it's
is true, yeah.
We create our own kiwaha based on our experiences and our context, the context that we grow up and live in.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is cool because I like using old kiwaha because they apply to our context today.
Yeah.
And the new kiwaha that are being made today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool.
And if you noticed with the class, how he would, from a kayako's perspective, he was really good in explaining to the class because they were the ones of the not as much reo. They didn't have as much reo. Yeah.
So kurereo, if you're in the lower levels, they will still sort of use te reo Pākehā to help explain things, eh? So
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
not going to throw you right into the deep end.
Yeah. And so, and it's by the skill and effort of the kayako.
Yeah,
You know, they know how to teach a crowd depending on what they need
yeah,
and what level they're at.
yeah. Tātere, actually, he only learned recently. Is that
Yeah.
true? So he's probably a good example for learners to learn from.
Yeah, and one of the things, and we didn't play it in there, but he says at the start, at one point in time, we all made mistakes. And he talked about himself and his kura reo colleagues, as you know, Prani Mad talked about before. He's a great example, one of the many great examples for te reo learners.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Ana, koe nei te akomanga
Kingi.
kingi.
E kaha whakamahi ana te kupu pīwari i ēnei rā, mō tērā tūmomo āhuatanga, me te pai. Kua kiwaha tērā i nāene, engari e hara i te kiwaha i mua. Ne. Ko te whakapākehatanga o te kupu pīwari, he aha? Beautiful. He kupu mo te ātāhua o tētahi mea, nō reira he mea tiki atu hei kiwaha whakamihi i te ātāhua o tētahi tamaiti. Engari koenei ke te kiwaha. Ne, e hara i te kupu he kiwaha tūturu. Nea? Mo te pīwari. Ko te āwaia. Ko taku rongohanga tuatahi i tēnā kiwaha, i te wā i whānau mai ai tā māo ko taku wahine tamaiti, i hari atu nei te tamaiti nei ki te kuia. Tana ki te hanga tuatahi te tamaiti nei ka mea, waia, karau i mohi hea te tikanga o tana kōrero. Ka mea ki taku wahi, hea te tikanga o te kōrero rā? Kāri aro i aia. Ka pātai māua ki te kuia, tēnā hea tēnā. He kupu mo te ātāhua o te tamaiti.
Waia.
Nā, ka kōrero māua ko praone, e mea na ia i ona wāra i kaha te whakamahia o taua kiwahara o āwaia i roto o tainui. Nō reira e whakapai ana māua, he ākene he kiwaha tēnā no tainui. Engari he kiwaha pai. E kōrero ana lui mo te kupu waiwaia, ne? Ākene i takea mai tērā i te kupu waiwaia, ne? E kōrero ana mo te ātāhua. Taku mohi o mo te ātāhua o tētahi tamaiti. E hara i te mea kāre e tāia i ētahi atu horopaki, engari nā te mea kāre anu au kia rongo i te kiwaha nei i ētahi atu horopaki, e mea ana au mo te whakamihi tamariki noiho. Yeah. E mea nāu mo te whakamihi tabariki noaho. Akene e tāi ana i etahi atu horopaki engari karano au kia rongo.
Ka pai. That was Kingi Kiriona.
Kia ora.
Roto mai o Ngāti Kahungunu. Engari, kua roe noho ana i roto i a Tainui. Nei mo i taku tuahine i a te waipou namu. He tamaiti tā rāwa, he tamahine tā rāwa.
Ai.
Yeah, so Piwari.
Piwari.
Piwari, so that is a kiwaha too.
What Kingi says is that it's become a kiwaha.
Oh, okay.
How some people use
Idiomised.
it. Yeah, that is how kiwaha are born, really. As one way a kiwaha is born is how we use it in the colloquial sense. So piwari is another word for beautiful. Mm-hmm. But the way that people use piwari, which is quite recent really over the past few years, is when they see something that's cute.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought piwari was cute.
Yeah, so that's, and how you say it. So you just go, you know, taku wahine when she...
piwari, hoki.
That's what it says, or she just goes, piwari. Oh, piwari.
Piwari.
Like,
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
Oh, piwari.
Cute. So, yeah, ko te piwari tērā. So, if you haven't heard that one, ne te iwi, ko te piwari. And then the next part of the kōrero is about this kupu awaia.
Awaia.
Yeah, and he talks about the kuia seeing their baby and saying, awaia, awaia. My understanding of the kupu awaia, and e harai te mea e whakahea ana i te kōrero a Kingi, i te mea kei taua wairua tonu, is it's an expression of surprise.
Ah.
Yeah, so she's actually, it's he tika tonu, she's quite taken by the beauty of their daughter. Ne? So she's going, awaia, awaia.
Like in wonder.
Yeah.
Sort
of. Like, wow. Like,
Yeah.
tō piwari.
Tō piwari.
Awaia. My kuia used to use it a lot. And same thing, well, I used to think she was just saying some sort of a out of it word.
Yeah.
And I've heard it in tauranga moana as well. And sometimes you'd add a hoki to it. Waia hoki. So again, it depends on
The context.
the context, and the te piki me te heke o te reo. Waia.
Oh, waia.
Right, you know.
Like
Waia, but in this instance, waia.
yeah.
Like, oh, look how pretty you are. You know, koe nā te
Yeah.
wairo o tērā whakamahinga o te awaia.
Yeah.
Yeah, koe nā taku mōhio ki te awaia. Sometimes I'd hear her say, waia. It would come out like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very different to the waia. And waia.
Oh, waia.
So again, it's the...
Wahake koe.
Yeah, te piki me te heke o te reo.
Isn't paia another surprise one?
Yeah, paia, yeah. And that's a one that is synonymous to Ngāti Kahungunu.
Ai.
Yeah, because I remember in
Yeah.
our Once Upon a Timer.
Yep.
Yeah, so we used it in there. And then it got shortened to paia.
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 Yeah, which means, that's great, awesome, too much. Yeah, paia.
Oh, cool.
It can also be used to confirm a kōrero. Yeah, or give strength to a kōrero.
Yeah, you could be agreeing to something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paia. Paia.
Yeah.
Oh, well then. So that was Kingi Kiriona, and you would have heard
Beautiful.
Te Rere.
reel. Yeah.
Te Rere Kaunoa tōna reo.
Yeah.
And so he had a much more proficient class, as you may have assumed. The thing is about these kura reo is the caliber of the kaiako, which is a lot of times the jaw card. It's like people that learn kung fu, they want to go to the masters.
Yeah.
You know, you want to find these, go to these Shaolin masters. And so you've got the likes of course, Praone Gloin, Hanga Mea. Hanga Mea ia. But Kingi Kiriona and all these other kaiako tātere that we just looked at. And so they are reo exponents, but they have many other hats. So if you're lucky to get to these kura reo and to be students of these people, it's very lucky.
Yeah.
At the same time, unfortunately, or fortunately, there was another kura reo running. So te kura reo o Raukawa and te kura reo o Ngaitahu
kia ora.
usually run in these holidays, the first lot of holidays after the first term. The organisers try and have it that they don't clash, but there was a clash this year. So yeah, some of the pauako had already said they were going to teach at the one in Ngaitahu,
Oh, yeah.
which I've been to teach at 1 year. A lot of us, we went down there. We taught at the Ngaitahu, te mea Ngaitahu. We came back, we had panekiretanga on the weekend, and then we went to Tokoroa.
Wow.
And we done the next kura reo. So
Full on.
we were reo out.
Reo out, keeping it real. It's true, because in that case we had panekiretanga the weekend before the starting of these kura reo. And so Pānia Papa and Te Atua Tā Timoti Karetu, who are at te panekiretanga that carry their kaupapa, they were going from that Sunday straight to the airport to the Ngaitahu.
Oh my God.
Ngaitahu kura reo. So these people, he manawa titi
I'll say.
tō enei mātanga
Yeah.
reo. It makes you think how much you are doing for te reo, and then you see what they are doing for te reo.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
wow. You know, it's a livelihood, but it's there.
Big commitment.
Big commitment.
But he mahi
it's a
a
love.
lākau tēnā.
Ai,
Yeah.
koina, he aroha.
He aroha, he aroha
He
tēnā.
aroha.
Yeah.
The Grand Master of the 36th Chamber,
Ai, the great.
Pai Mei himself, was teaching at the kura reo down in Ngaitahu.
Cool. And now we're going to go cut across to a snippet from one of our very own Grand Master who's sitting in the studio with us.
The masters of one of the 36 chambers.
And we're going to cut to one of your snippets, Parone.
Ooh.
Pai tēnā mahi hei whakakorikori o koutou pinati. Ne? Nā ka ki te tātou, ko te reo Māori tonu tēneki, ne, e whakawhiti ana tātou i te reo, nā ka whera anō me noho tātou ki te whakangāpu i te reo, ki te whakatairawhiti i te reo, he reira ka ki te tātou i ngā rerenga kētanga o roto i tō tātou reo Māori nei. Ne. Ka pai, mahi whakamutunga, he tito waiata, ka tuku kia koutou, te kauma 5 miniti. Ko tā koutou, tikina he rangi e mōhio kēti ana e koutou, ne? Kawe e tito rangi hou. Tikina he rangi noiho nei, pēnei nā rori e hoi hoi mai rā. He waiata, engari, whakamahia nā kupu ko ākona. Ne? Nā kupu ko ākona i roto i tō tāta akomanga. Kai a koutou te tikanga, he aha au a kupu rā. E whia ngā kupu, kai a koutou te tikanga. E ahe ana te putaki waho. Ne. Ka pai hoki mai te kauma, rua te kau miniti. Ka pai. Ai, whaatu.
No reira hea, te kaupapa o tō akomanga e tai?
Yeah, my taku akomanga i tēnei tau, my class was ngā reo o Tainui. I focused on the dialects or the way of speaking that's heard within the Tainui Confederation. Some of the peculiarities or unique things of how we speak.
Yeah, and because I noticed you use teneki.
Yeah.
Yeah. And is that specific to Tainui or?
A while ago now, I done a research project with a lot of our kaumātua i roto i a Raukawa. And then, a few years ago now, I'd done the series on Whakaata Māori on Māori TV, Tani Wharau. So I've sat with a lot of kaumātua and I've listened. And, yeah, a lot of them use tēneki, tēnaka, tēraka for tēnei, tēnā, tērā. And it's something that was that's a widespread way of speaking, i roto i te reo Māori.
Yeah.
It's not just unique to Tainui, but I heard a lot of my kaumātua using it. And it's probably the most I've heard than any other rohe I've been to.
Yeah.
And I also talked about that we use the Ks a lot. Not like how Ngaitahu used them in a substitute for the NG, but so tēneki, tēnaka, tēraka, we say raka a lot for rā. Te whare raka,
Te whare raka.
te whare rā.
Right.
Neki, naka, nei nā,
Nu.
neki naka.
Niki naka nu. So,
Yeah,
is there a particular reason why you use it? Because I've heard it and I still don't get when they use it or when a person uses it that knows how to use it.
Yeah, I think it just becomes a part of your idiolectic
Your style.
of speaking, and
Yeah.
it's something you didn't actually think about that I'm going to use. Because in the same vein, of this pātai, I talked about in class pēnei, and you can say pēneki,
Pēneki.
Pēneki.
Yeah.
pēneki, and we say Tainui say whēnei,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
all Tainui. And you can also say wheneki,
Wheneki.
Yeah.
whenaka, wheraka.
And like I hear down the coast, wene, wana.
Yeah, wene, wana. But Tarawa also use wene, wana.
Yeah.
But they take it to another level with the W's, which I don't think the Tairāwhiti does, is they say woku.
Woku, yeah.
Woku, waku.
Yeah.
But back to the whene, whera, pēne, pēra, pēneki, pēraka. Sometimes you'll hear someone and they'll use pēneki and sometimes they use pēne. They don't
So-
just use one.
Because I know a lot of people, they go, you get to a learning, you go, oh, yep, this is my style of reo. And you stick to that, but it's, you know, the people that are more proficient or the
Proficient,
native
yeah.
speakers, it just flows in when they want to. Because I used to think that that was an East Coast thing.
Yeah.
Tā kei koneki, teneki, tahaku and stuff like that, unless that is. But then I went back home to the north and you can tell it's authentic because these are kaumātua talking.
Yeah.
And it's
yeah.
not as if they have a point to prove in the way they're speaking because they're just
Yeah.
speaking, you know, koe nā
Yeah.
tā, koe nā tō rātou ake reo. And yeah, you hear them saying the same thing, kei koneki ke wēnei, yeah,
Yeah,
kei
yeah,
koraka. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa. So I really like that part of it. Going back to what you were doing in that akomanga, so you put people into groups
Yeah.
and they had to create a waiata
Yeah.
showing what they had learned. So what's the reason for that? Because some people are
Yeah.
like, man, if we have to do skits again, or man, if we have to make a song,
I
I'm
love doing
I'm
skits.
going toilet for the rest of the akomanga.
Well, first and foremost, you know, the most important thing is it's for my entertainment. No, yeah. No, it's so they get to use the kupu
Kia ora.
that
Yeah.
they've learnt. People have their favourites. And they not only use the kupu that they've learnt in my class, they'll use the other things, any kiwaha or sentence structures they've picked up through the kura.
Kia ora.
So all those activities, they're a good way to get the tawira to use the reo that they've learnt. I think I went over 30, and I don't expect anyone to come out knowing all 30 of them.
Aye, aye.
I'm happy if someone comes away with one.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an opportunity for them to use those kupu and get a bit creative, and particularly that time of the day we're winding down. So you know you gotta
Yeah. Yeah.
you gotta
Yeah.
sort of keep everybody
Stimulated. and-
stimulated and
engaged,
yeah,
yeah.
engaged and all that sort of thing. So yeah, that was our last. That was the activity, the last activity they
Yeah.
got.
I think that's a good way to do it because it's one thing to, you know, write it down and
Yep.
lock it into your brain, but it's another thing to actually use it.
Yeah.
That's right.
And they call those mahi whakau.
Mahi whakau.
Mahi whakau to... How te mahi whakau?
Ingrain it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The embedding.
Embed it.
Embed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
embed
Yeah.
it and then create a setting where you have to use what you've learnt.
That's right.
So are we going to listen to some of the waiata?
I think we should. I think we'll be, it was pretty cool to see what some people came up with. Yeah.
Here we go. Mawai a tīmata. Ka bai, e tu. Ai, kia aro tātou ki te rōpū nei, tātou katoa.
Pukei kura, makauraka, e wawawana, ororoi. He aha, whakaoko ki o kai matua, kei ara taunga matauranga. Ringi tia mai, waiata tia mai, tuhi a mai. Norata wai ka toko te tari o te orai. Norata wai ka toko te tari o te orai. Tahi, rua, toru, whahi.
I te tatari au kia kopi mai te uruhi nei. Ka pai tēnā koutou, ka pai. Hare tonu karawhiua.
Toru rua tahi. Kaura ke whape ruhima. Ka iwha te kaupapa i tēnei rā. E whakoko ana ngai koro heke. Wi are kuanga. Arare.
Pai tēnei.
Arare ana e me ki utauta. Kamangaro te ki anga whakaputa.
Kia pai mai hoki, tēnā koutou.
Ai, me paki kā tika.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I like how you use that.
Yeah, it was cool listening to these.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
because I only hear them once.
True,
know?
true. And that second one,
There were a lot of kiwaha in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If,
We are
Few in
there.
there.
we are it. Kawe
Kangangaro.
whawhi.
The we are, see, I'd put we are in the same category as the waia.
Aye.
Oh, yeah.
Aye.
Yeah. It's probably our sort of like wet hina. Yeah.
Tika.
And they enjoy doing it. So yeah, you're right. Like sometimes you do get the, but really deep down, everybody wants to do it.
Yeah.
There was one of the tētahi o Ngā Ropu, they done a rap.
Oh, che.
Yeah, it was cool as.
Yeah.
Yeah, the time they had, I think
What
they
they
nearly
brought up
put
in-
every single word in that I had
Wow.
talked about.
Wow.
Yeah, and had fun with it. So it was cool.
Oh, they said kauaka e. Kauaka.
Yeah.
Mo te
yeah.
kaua.
Yeah, kauraka.
Kauraka.
Yeah.
Oh, che.
And I explained to the, because, you know, obviously not everybody that came to the kurereo was tainui or raukawa. But I said to them, you know, it's like when you go into another country,
Aye.
if you've been to another country, try to learn some words from
Tika.
that country.
Yeah. And people
And-
really appreciate it.
Yeah, and it's the same when you go to another rohe.
Yep.
When I go down to Ngāti Porou, and we talked about this, or I greet one of my friends from Ngāti Porou or Te Whanāpunui, I'll use hika.
Hika.
Or, I'll use e mara. You and or use like tētahi wā e maharanau was myself, Herewini Parata, and Takurua in the car. And I said something and I go, I get to use kaita because
Kaita.
we don't
Koina
use
tā rātou
kaita.
reo.
Yeah,
Tā
yeah.
rātou kupu, ai.
So I
Kaita.
was putting it in every single sentence instead of saying nui, I was like kaita,
Kaita, tika.
for big,
Yeah.
So it's cool to pick those words up and it gives you an appreciation of the length and the breadth of te reo Māori
Tika.
and sort of inspire you to research your own mita.
Tika.
Me ngā kupu, So that's what I hoped the tauira would get out of the session. So koina taku wāhanga i tēnei tau.
Yeah, because you talked about that, how to, whakangāpui toro, use what dialects you have so you do understand.
Yeah,
The beauties are in the similarities and the differences
yeah.
and all that else, just within te reo Māori.
Ai,
Yeah,
koina.
and because we're talking about mita, to me, if you confine yourself to a mita, you're sort of like starving yourself of the beauty of the rest
True.
of te reo.
Yeah.
And we are worldly people. Te ao Māori to me is a worldly thing,
Yeah.
universal thing. So, if you confine yourself to one little part, you're missing out on the
Yeah,
rest.
hard out.
Yeah, you don't go to Valentine's and just eat bread.
Go there to eat everything.
Yeah, everything. You try everything,
That's a cool one. Okay, and I think we're going into one more snippet, and this was with Hear Me.
Hear me, Kelly.
Ka pai kia kōrero tātou, ka tīmata i tēnei koko, ka huri haere ai ne. Kōrero tia mai te whakamaoritanga tuatahi, te whakamaori a kupu, mā mātou e whakaro ake he hanga kupu Pākehā, ne? Tuarua, ka kōrero tia te whakamaoritanga a aronga nei. Nā, kei a kōrua.
Ka tīmata te haerenga kotahi mano maero ki te hikoi tuatahi.
Te reo Pākehā. Ka tīmata
Ka tīmata te haerenga kotahi mano maero ki te hikoi tuatahi.
ai. The journey of 1,000 milos starts with... He pera, oira?
The journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step or the first step. A little step, really.
Piro. Ka pai, he pai te whakamauritanga.
That was Hemi Kelly's akomanga, and if you didn't catch the drift of that, that was about translation. Yeah, so translating into reo, or translating things from te reo.
Because sometimes it can be written quite simply in te reo Māori, but the translation can be really beautiful,
Yep.
like way different.
It's like iti te kupu nui te kōrero.
Yeah.
So the example there was all the tauira had a line they had to translate, and their job was to translate it literally and then translate the gist of it.
Yeah.
That was a pretty cool class. You got to see how you do that and what to take into consideration. We also talked about how when you are doing official documents or you are translating for things, you know, you have to maintain the same, you know, the same ngako, the same gist of that. So if you're
so that's how we ended up with the different treaties.
Exactly. Another episode, I bet.
Another episode. Carry on.
Yeah. But the thing is, so say if you're in, so like tribunal hearings are the big things, you know, you've got translators there. And a lot of times you need to detach the heartstrings from the kōrero so that you are giving a proper...
Like a fair
translation of what has been written or what has been said.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one side of it. And then you have the side where you have creative license, you know, and doing non-fiction.
So like that'll be things like waiata maybe.
Yeah. Te reo te waiata. You're relieved of the grammatical laws,
Yeah.
I'd say,
Would the same be for karakia? Because some of them, when I try and translate it, I don't actually know what it means, but I know the gist of what it's about. But when I try and translate it literally, I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me.
I think talking about karakia is a whole other area, particularly traditional karakia Māori, and even those of us that have a very good command of te reo Māori and matatau would find it a challenge translating a lot of the old karakia because, one, they're archaic. Two, they use language that is only suitable or pertinent to karakia and is only used in that ahurea or culture. And three, you need to have the knowledge from that environment to do justice to the translation of the karakia.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the old ones, and then there's many of them in the books, and even, you know, some of these Shaolin masters we're talking about, they would leave the karakia. They wouldn't translate the karakia. So there's another kōrero, which is different to some of the, you know, the karakia, Karaitiana, the Christian karakia.
Yeah. If you want to have a look with your own eyes and see what a kurereo looks like, go check out the video that's up on our Facebook page, which was recorded at the same time as those snippets at the kurereo last month in Tokoroa.
Yeah, we interview a few of the kaiako and one of the tauira.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we got the inside of a tauira, the inside of the kaiako. And you can see what goes on in there. You can see the type of people that are there. And
maybe decide whether it's for you or not.
Yeah, and I'd like to mention the cool thing I saw there was it's during the school holidays, and this particular kura reo has a place where your kids can go.
Oh, cool.
As well, so you had a little puna there. And then also you had taiohi in these classes as well.
Oh,
you may have heard in Hemi Kelly's one, you know, it sounded like a young class, and it was, you know, some of these kids, it was holidays, they could have been anywhere.
Yeah.
But they decided to go to a kura reo. Yeah, so, you know.
Good on them.
Good on them, man. Good on them. So they're very lucky.
Tika, me mihi ka tika.
If you're interested in attending a kura reo, the best thing to do, and as they say on these interviews, is join Te Mano Te Reo Facebook page, look at Te Mātāwai Facebook page, keep an eye out on Te Taurawhiri, the Te Taurawhiri page, because the comms come up a few months before they come out. So get in there, register as soon as you can.
Yeah, because they fill up fast.
They fill up fast, and there's of course there's fees. So what you want to do is tie it in with some of your professional development if you're at a job that encourages te reo. So you can get that paid for, and then you get the leave, all that stuff, blah, 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 or just turn up. They just turn up. But yeah, it's the holistic thing that I like about kura reo.
Yeah.
And as Praone said back in episode 90 was, ka haere ngātahi te reo me te tikanga. You know, so,
So what's our waiata o te wiki, everyone?
Aue.
Aue te aroha.
Aue te aroha.
Aue te aroha.
Aue te aroha.
Anei tata te waiata e te iwi. Koe nā te waiata e noroto mai te ao o Wanganui.
Ai.
Whanganui, te rā waiata.
Ai, tika.
But that is one of the many tunes of the famous Glenn Miller band.
Kia ora.
Of whom Tui Ngāwai took some of her tunes for some of her waiata. And I've forgotten the name of the song actually. So maybe it's a mahi rangahau mā koutou. Au e te aroha, and you can Google the words ki te rā waiata. And pēnei anō i te aroha ki te reo. Anei tātou e aroha nei ki tō tātou reo.
Tika.
And you heard a lot of love going on at the Kura reo recently. And aku mihi katoa ki a koutou e hoa mā mehe me whakarongo ana. Thank you to te Kura reo o Raukawa, Charlie te pana, te kai whakahaere o te Kura.
Kia ora, Charlie.
For letting us coming in. For letting
us coming in.
For letting us tamana reo and
creating your own idiom.
For letting us come in, or letting te Taringa come in, te wānanga o te aro, to get some snippets of te Kura reo, and to all of you, ngā tauira, and koutou e hoa mā ngā paua ko tēnā rawa atu koutou katoa. Thank you again to you, ngai taringa mā te hunga whakarongo. Thank you for joining us on this.
Me mihi ka tika.
Me mihi ka tika. Special episode. Nō reira ko mātou tēnei e mihi atu nei. Hei kona.
Hei kona.
Tahuri mai ki yo, whakarongo ki te tangi a te kori mako. Kōrero flowing out the hooker force. Kaupapa relevant, kaupapa out of bounds, kaupapa exigent, kaupapa paramount. Nā kona whakapiri mai ki te kaupapa tino whakahira hira. Whakarongo pi kari mai, hare mai. O Taringa hare mai. We gotta gather up close everybody. Gather up close everybody. Kani move that body. Kani move that body.
Taringa. Brought to you by Te Wānanga o Aotearoa. To listen to more episodes, search for us on your podcast app and subscribe. Taringa. Whakarongo mai.